the shop. It is Workshop Wednesday. Now, if you're joining us for the first time, we are making this YJ Wrangler into a Jurassic Park Jeep. Now, this Workshop Wednesday is going to be a little bit different because I already did all the work that I'm going to do today. We're just going to talk about the Jeep a little bit and kind of show what we did. We're not going to show any actual work because I'm done. It's late, it's dark, it's a little chilly in here. I'm kind of sweating though because we were welding. But yeah, welcome Jurassic Park Jeep. Let's check out and see what we got going on. Let's go. I always say let's go, but we're not going very far because we're just going to talk about the Jeep right here. So if you watched the video last time, you know that we did these patches. We got these all welded. Did get this all welded in. There's another little patch right here that I put in on the very front. I didn't notice that before, but there was a little hole there. So we did fill that in as well. I think I know what I'm going to do for this hole here. Hopefully we can save this P because, yeah, we want that P there. We want that P on the Jeep. But we did get these other two patches welded in, and they have to be ground down, but I will say that it felt very good as I was welding with what we learned from down here. Took our time. I don't believe we warped the sheet metal at all. It doesn't look like it. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah. And we actually got the patch over on this side done as well. That one I think came out the best out of all of them, honestly. The last one I did makes sense. We do have a little bit of work over here to do. Someone had previously fixed that, and my goodness, does it look terrible. But also got this part of the floor fixed up. That is not a hole right there. That's just a burn mark from my grinder. But speaking of grinder, look, my blade is completely gone. We need a new blade. It's kind of one of the reasons why we stopped. Man, it is dirty in here. I had this all nice and clean, but I don't have a before picture. I should have shown what that actually had looked like. It actually looked like the same thing as this over here, big holes there. So we got that one all fixed up, looking pretty darn good. And then over here, this was just a small crack, so we welded that up as well. This one I have to be careful because the fuel lines are almost directly underneath there, I believe. We're gonna have to double check. But yeah, that's kind of got you caught up on what I did. It took a few hours to do those patches and this one and those ones over there. As you can see on the inside, full penetration. Looks pretty darn good. We do have to fix the floor over here. That big old hole. That is going to be the next video. We are going to be fixing the floor and trying to place the roll bar that is over there in the corner in place to make sure it's going to sit properly. But that's just kind of a quick general catch-up of what we got going on. Now let's talk about this Jeep. So this Jeep right here, I bought this off of my friend, Mike. Thank you very much, Mike. I've had it for a few years. I have said this already, but if you're just joining in this little adventure, thank you. I'm not farting. That's the seat. I don't know if you can hear that, but oh, maybe it's my little tripod, actually. I was sitting on my tripod. Tripod. I can talk. But this Jeep, so I've been wanting to do this for years. Absolute years and years and years. And I talked about it with my friends, and Mike was actually like, hey, I got a YJ, I'm selling it, you want it? It's a 1992, that is the proper year. Now, it is not a Sahara edition. Let's talk about that real quick. So the Jeeps that were used in the movie were the 1992 Wrangler Sahara. A few disadvantages for this not being a Sahara. Now, when we're done, you're not going to be able to tell. It's going to look very close, accurate to screen appearance. Nothing is going to be screen used, obviously, because it's just a Jeep that I'm making. But I'm going to make it as close as possible to screen used screen accurate Jeep. So this is going to be a 92 Wrangler. It's going to look like this. I absolutely cannot wait until I'm done. We have a lot of work to go. If you've been following along on this journey, I thank you very much. I know this isn't much of an update, but I do want to keep these videos going. If you saw my post, unfortunately my grandmother did pass away. So the videos that I'm going to be posting are pretty much just catching up. I'm not going to be filming except for these Workshop Wednesdays. And I got a really late start. I actually got here at 7 p.m. It is Tuesday. I know Workshop Wednesday, but I have to pre-record them to post them on Wednesdays. But it is Tuesday, the day before this is being posted. So I started at about 6:30, 7 o'clock, worked for a few hours. It is now time to quit. I got to get home, get cleaned up. But I wanted to kind of make sure I had something to post. I know this isn't a huge update. I apologize for that, but this is the Jeep. I'm going to go through, I am going to do one video. I'm going to show all the parts once I kind of get them all laid out. They're all over the place right now. But a few of you were interested in how much I spent. The Jeep itself, because I purchased it from my friend, he did give me quite a good price on it. It was, I believe, $1,500. I think I paid him. Was it $1,500? $2,500? $1,500. I think it was $1,500. I don't remember. I bought this thing like 5 years ago, but I am gonna get everything together because some of you were asking like the costs of things. So I spent a lot of money on parts. That was going back to one of the disadvantages of it not being a Sahara. The whole interior, gotta throw it away. I actually did throw it away. It's gone. I got nothing inside. I do have all the replacements. We have brand new carpet. We have not brand new seats, but used seats. The Sahara seats are very hard to find. Actually, fun story about that. When the fog lights are kind of somewhat rare as well, that go on the front. And I had found on Facebook Marketplace a listing for the fog lights. So I was going out to get them. They did not ship. I don't ship on Facebook Marketplace either, so I could not argue with that. They were out by Pittsburgh. I live all the way over on the other side of Pennsylvania, very close to the New Jersey border. So it was about a 5-hour one-way trip to get these fog lights. And as I'm on my way to get them, I asked, I think the guy asked actually, I think he asked me first. I asked him, I'm like, you definitely have them because I'm coming from far away. Like you're not going to sell them on me. He's like, yeah, no, I got them for you. So I hopped in the car, I was on the way, and he actually asked, hey, while you're coming out here, is there anything else you need? And I asked him, do you have any Sahara seats? And he was like, no, I don't. Bummer. Whatever, not a big deal. So then I get there, and we're talking a little bit. Very nice feller. And he asked me, he goes, are you building a Jurassic Park Jeep? He's like, as soon as you asked for the Sahara seats, I knew what you were doing. So it's very common. I don't want to say common, but there's a lot of people that build these Jeeps. So the parts are in pretty good demand. I actually ended up with 2 sets of seats. I had found a set, spent a lot of money for them. It was $500 or $600 for that set of seats. And then I found another set that were in kind of rough shape, but for like $200. I was like, I gotta buy them. So I have 2 sets. I'm gonna try and make the best set possible of the 2 sets I have. These driver seats, they rip and tear and they do not look very pretty, honestly. But that's gonna be a whole nother video though, talking about all the parts and all the money that I spent, which I would not like to admit, but we need to document it for educational purposes. But yeah, so that's kind of it. Vote. Next video. Should I've come to a conclusion. I asked about the back bumper, whether I should leave it on or cut it off. I want it to be screen accurate. I'm going to cut that bumper off because it's not the stock bumper. Bumperettes go back there, which I do have the bumperettes. But next video, should I repair the floor or should I cut the bumper off? It's your choice. There's a good chance if you answer that, you're going to win. So which one? Floor? Bumper? Let me know in the comments below. That's such a YouTube thing to say. But yeah, that's it. That's a little chat about the Jeep. Speaking of parts, they are all over the place. So I have my roll bar sitting right here. Apologize for the mess. It is a little messy in here. This is a brand new soft top with not so brand new doors. Well, door tops. In this box over here is a brand new winch from Ramsey. It is a JP edition winch. Really, really cool. This box right here, I think is actually empty. That's the fuel tank holder box that I put away. So I don't know why I just didn't throw that box away. This right here, we have a brand new radiator. It doesn't actually leak or anything, but it is in poor looking shape. And I want this thing to look pretty when we're done. So that's just, look, there's brand new tires sitting over there. I have stuff everywhere. The door panels are on the shelf in the center of the screen, as you can see. One is already painted for the green interior. The other is still that spice color. There's fenders over there. Underneath, don't mind my mess that's still there. We have fender flares. We have side steps are under here. Like, we got everything. And this, actually, if you see this little bit of warpage here, I'm not too worried about that because this side step will cover the majority of that. But yeah, there's just parts, oh plenty, all over in this Jeep. We're even getting down, I said about being screen accurate. There is, and I'll show this a little bit more when we put them on. I'm gonna make brackets that go on the frame here. We're gonna weld brackets that stick out. Has nothing to do. It is strictly cosmetic, but you can see them in the movie, and what they are, they're actually the camera mounts that the crew had installed so they could put cameras on the Jeeps as they were driving. But that's how screen accurate I want this thing to be. We are going to even install custom-made camera mounts. Oh my goodness, am I insane? This is the bumper I was talking about. So should I cut that off, or should we fix the hole in the floor? It's your choice. You decide. What's next? But with that little ramble, that is going to do it for this Workshop Wednesday. Sorry I did not show any actual work, but you can see what I got done. I mean, we got a little bit, that little spot, where is it? Right there in the floor right there. I'm very happy with that because the floor had me worried. I actually fixed that pretty quick. The majority of tonight was the welding of the patches because you just have to take your time so that you just have to take a long time so you don't get it too hot, because if you get it too hot, the warpage occurs. But yeah, thank you for joining. Subscribe if you want to see more of the Workshop Wednesdays. We will see you next week with another edition of whatever you pick. I need to know. You need to comment before Sunday because I need to know what I'm doing. Bumper, floor, bumper, floor. What are we doing? What's next? But yeah, that's it. Check out the rest of the channel. We do lots of filming locations, travel videos, and random things all the time. Until next time, be good, have fun, and learn something.
Red means stop, yellow means slow down, green means go. So let's go all over this town.